And good time zone, people. Welcome to the Friday night Twincast. We'll be hosting today Heart Gamer versus Nitzy and J Bruntier versus Soapbox Gamer. I'm Poydrek. Behind the scenes, we've got our Xenocat, who is doing our restream today, and we've also got Darth Flagel and Dekar Smash. One of them is doing the top half, one's doing the bottom half tracking. This between them, they're going to just light things up for everyone to know what's going on. But beside me, there is Tybalt, also one of the runners in this tournament, just like I am. This is going to be a interesting race, I suppose, between our four runners today.
Yeah, it's going to be a little interesting out there. Like I know who I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the Heart Gamer versus Nitzy.
Well, you do sort of have a personal stake, seeing as you're in the same group as Heart Gamer.
Yes, that is exactly why. I got to root for my teammate here.
So we are now in the Moonveil mixer stage of the Eblan Elixir League. Only 7 objectives now compared to the 8 of the last 4 weeks, but we only need to do 6 still. But that we also need to go and fight Zeromus. So our objectives this time are defeat the Football Gauntlet, defeat Gold Bears, there's complete Cave Magnus, Forge. There are standard 4 that will happen between every single seed, and 3 random objectives today. We've got some doozies. Complete the Giant of Babel, which is always a fan favourite but not a runner favourite. Complete the Sealed Cave, which is a check that people don't want to do because you can warp to the item, and the Sand Ruby, a hand in which everyone seems to think that's not great sometimes. So yeah, there's some doozies of the random objectives today.
We gonna call this like a cutscene percent because there's quite a few cutscenes.
That definitely sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Giant of Babel, you got the cutscene going into the Giant, then leave the Giant. You got the cutscene with the Sand Ruby, and then of course you have the Evil Wall cutscene. So yeah, quite a bit. But oh boy, look at our team. We've got an edge. Wow.
Well, there's 3 party members in view. Oh wait, one's not.
Okay, well, a starting magma. How do you feel about a starting magma key?
In this particular flag set, I go down immediately, personally. Search out where some of the higher, because shops in this one are standard rather than wild. Find out where some of the higher use items are, and the loot down there is a little bit better. Yes, we are running at max tier 5, but you might get a little bit of extra money somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I'm looking, we have a white mage here in the Baron Inn with an evil wall. Nice place to see an evil wall. But I think our runners may be looking for a Thunderclaw, because we got 4 trap chests down and Babel that we could probably one-shot with a nice Thunderclaw and a good edge weapon. And we can maybe spike some adamants, because those are around in this flag set once again.
Definitely a couple of divergences between the 2 races as well. Top half has gone on straight, have checked the character in Baron, or the bottom half has thrown that magma key down the well. So interesting little thing before Heart Gamer says, "Oh yeah, I need to go down."
Yeah, well, also just checking the shops here. Maybe find a boomerang or a curse string, because we got standard shops back on. So, there's always maybe a charm claw. I got to call that out. But we got curse strings, and curse strings is going to be huge because the Sea Hero flag is still on. So Yang is our hero. It's also going to be our agility anchor through the rest of the seed.
believe that was a metal casting operator or something like that, which is hot down there. I suppose that makes sense.
I mean, they easily have a heat source for it.
And it's not like they're far from a forge. There's just a little bit to the east.
Right. Yeah, I've always wondered how Cole actually uses the forge. Does he just grab heat from, the lava, just have it sit underneath, or does he actually have to get coal from somewhere? I've always wondered that.
I think the lava would be a better source.
Yeah, I think so too.
So Nitsi is raising the hovercraft today. They're pretty much doing the standard overworld start, ignoring the magma key, which isn't too bad. You've got an Edge. Edge can, as long as you've got something for Edge to equip, he can take care of the overworld pretty handedly on his own.
Yeah, I did see at least on Hardgamer side, we did find a middle sword in Baron Inn in the 3 chests along with a sword rope. So I mean, we do at least have a katana for Edge, but he also started off with a poison claw, so nothing too major there for Edge. So we have a second character check here. It is going to be Hobbs on Nifty's side.
And we have found some Bacchus wines all the way down in the Feymarch. Not the greatest place to go find them, but you might be coming back here later anyway, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, with case summon being back on in this particular flag set, there's 2 key items down there, and depending on the bosses, maybe even upwards of 3. But looks like just possible of 2. Sparkle and a Mylon down there.
Yeah, checking the Sparkle. Let's say it's Wyvern. It's not. It's a very tough held in fight, actually.
Yeah, definitely gonna want to get crystal rings to be nice, some dragoon armor. Heart having to go actually talk to the dwarf that opens up the door because it doesn't have exit on anybody there, so get to see that, which we hardly ever see.
It's a way through the Dwarf Castle. It's how you expect to get out of it the first time when you've originally go through that. So, and it passes you by the dwarven pot for healing if you need it. So not a bad place to go and find things.
Yeah, nothing too major in the item shops. Besides, we did see coffins there in the Dwarf Castle, which is good knowledge to have. That can make a lot of free fights. And Thunderclaw. Sell some of those. Okay, gonna sell the Silent Staff. Gonna sell probably just a little bit more. Hopefully picks up a Thunderclaw here. Doesn't have enough. Picks up 2 Thunderclaws on Heart side at the Tomer shop, which best claw for Young. Strength and agility.
A couple of Clack Claws. Thunderclaw would be nice as well. So Young is going to be just fine. One of the things that Jay Bruntier did pick up in the on the way down to the Land of Summon Monsters was a cursed ring in the set of 3 chests. So that's going to be amazing to equip onto that Young hero. Allows Edge to just make sure he is the fastest one alive.
Yeah, because you really want a fast anchor for that overworld. Looks like Heart might be doing some looting here in Feymarch. Free Siren.
Yeah, save a little bit of money. Plus, I don't think we've found them just yet, so could come in handy.
It could come in handy. I don't think we pop it just yet. Like if we get like the Porum from Baron Inn, I could definitely see and go 2 Sirens in Feymarch. Okay, all right.
That's 10,000 gold spared.
Yeah, I think there was a light sword in the Carter Administration chest on Nitsy's side.
Not a bad thing that Edge could just chuck up at the moment. And there's no sign of Cecil. Cecil is in the seed somewhere, but by that time we might find something better. So,
Yeah, so the major changes between this flag set and our potion party is, well, we've got Z. Trap chests no longer hold key items, so we've instead turned on K Moon and K Summon, so the Moon can now have key items as well as the Fame Archer, like Odin Spot. But we're also not restricted to just 7 characters anymore. All characters can be in the seed somewhere. It just means right now we have restrict Cecil and Fu, which puts Edge into the regular party pool. So Edge can be like Hobbs. That's the reason why he's our partner. So Cecil and Fu are the 2 characters that are going to be gated behind, a key item of sorts.
Nitsi has found a very important set of bosses. The Football Gauntlet, the Alt Gauntlet, at the Antlion spot. Not the... You don't really want to find it here, but you don't mind because it's an objective.
Yeah, you really don't have enough MP on Edge to continuously do flames all the time. I don't really have any AoE abilities at this time, so kind of. But at least, it's not our favorite spot. The Masamune altar.
My favorite spot's still the Crystal Sword altar. So
that seems to be a lot of people's favorites, and I think it comes from the fact of you've got the Fatal Eye there, which has more health than the actual vanilla boss.
Yeah. So what do we get for Sheila 1 today? Oh, Zeus Gauntlet. Edge and Yang will both say yes to that.
Yeah, this early game with these characters and items we're finding, we found a middle sword, long sword, black belt also in Sheila's closet. We've got literally the Edge / Yang kits coming out here in this early game, which is going to really propel our runners to get some places checked very quickly.
Yeah, they do make use of pretty much the same gear, Yang and Edge, but the majority of that gear is fairly cheap, and found in the shops in standard. So you're going to be fine with that. And also having the Legend Sword, 1/2 the Forge for another objective, Antlion is very much useful today.
Yeah, a little required there. Not going to be able to fade that at all, because we can only fade 1 objective, and that's 2 right there.
The other interesting character that is in the party at the moment on 3 people's side is that Edward. Well, okay, it's a couple of people's, but is that Edward? He's a mixed bag. He's always going to be sort of a possibility because the spoon is available. If he gets hold of that in his hands, he does a lot of work, and the adamant armors are on, which makes him all the better. But his low health does mean he has to keep alive, and we don't really have a lot to keep him that way at the moment.
We got Odin here at Baron Inn 2. It's about that Thunderclaw we saw.
Yeah, but Edward with Elven Bow lit arrows, that's not bad. It's not as great as it could be, but yeah, because that.
Yeah, those lit bolts being HP based, I mean, Edge does have quite a bit of HP, but after taking that first hit, kind of reduced the amount of damage it can do.
Yeah, Odin has swung 3 times though, so will not swing again until the Odin attack comes out, which gives Nitsi plenty of time to finish that fight off.
Right here, buying up 2 black belts from Miss Village, I should say. Just kind of a little bit of the original, potion party where it was just loot, get all your cash, and then go shopping. So kind of taking their time a little bit, but easily things that you can make up time with.
Yeah, and generally with this sort of team that we've got here, a slow start isn't too bad, because this is going to accelerate very quickly once Edge gets a full kit of equipment, which he normally does have in his normal arsenal, or when he starts a seed, but because of the Sineki flag, he doesn't have. But once he's up and running, and yeah, this is going to accelerate very quickly.
Nitzy gets through, gets the farm, just gets a Dragoon helm, so nothing major, but hasn't even gone underground yet, so this will be Nitzy's first time underground.
Wow, that's a check you don't see every day.
No, it's not. That's the hidden chest that one of these people in here tells you about. It's like, I can't remember where I hid my personal chest.
But Nitsy's going down with 4 characters. Those 2 sirens, if he loots out the Fey March on the way down to it, they having a Porum given a little bit of an added boost to get that berserk, to get to get up to cure 3 a little bit easier, could be useful. Porum's notoriously slow at getting cure 3 and cure 4. Also, any little help is nice.
Now we got Rydia in the bed here. It's going on, but Porum actually gets Blink and Berserk even before Rosa, which are 2 of the more useful spells early on. And you don't really have to worry about Cure 3 if they're not able to hit you.
True enough, but you sort of also have to remember that Blink, it still does take a couple of turns to blink everyone up, so...
Yeah, you have to worry about that. Well, we found our soak webs there in Kaipo. And that's why a lot of people don't like going to Kaipo, because there's very few spots to land near it, and it's a long walk there. But at least we know now that if we get the Sand Ruby, it's not going to be, oh, it's a Cecil, I have a shiny stick, let me go there now. I don't think our runners are going to be quite happy with the Rydia. And there's the Dark Imps there at Fabul, our free boss. Early on.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm not seeing too much of an incentive to go up one of the more long-winded checks at this moment in time, which is Ordeals. There's no Teller, no sight of Teller or Cecil and Fu, but that also sort of deters away from Eblan Castle because we haven't got that Cecil in sight. So we're going to see a lot of other checks being made at the moment, I feel.
Hey, speaking of Eblan, I mean, yes, so we do have, T Wilder's Max Tier 5, which reduces non-trap chests down to a generalized standard looting, essentially. Those Eblan trap chests mentioned can hold some really good loot, especially for Assassin. I mean, there's still some decent loot for the party members we still have. We got the Avid Armors, the Masamune, the Murasames, the Power Shirts. There's still going to be some good loot in those trap chests. It's just less incentivized to go there.
Yeah, well, we say that, I say that, but Soapbox Game has proven me very much a liar, because they've set themselves down outside of Ordeals and is just about to walk up them steps.
I mean, it also comes to, well, what do I have left this time? I've done Eblan, I've done Antlion, I've done Baron Inn. Do I really feel like I can take on Dwarf or Top of Tower at this time? In vanilla, your next actual location would be Ordeals. Yes, you have an edge, but your other party members are kind of mediocre at best with the levels we have. So go up Ordeals, getting 3 bosses out of the way, maybe find a Demist, and maybe find, a hook or an Earth Crystal up here. Can definitely, change the routing a bit, and not a lot of people are going to go here. So this is kind of like a gamble, so to speak, in some people's eyes, when there's no incentive to go up here.
There's a great find. I demissed up here, but we found the football gauntlet. There's only Golbez now of our real boss hunts, and Golbez could be sitting up here. We've already got our logical way underground with the Magma Key start, so could be up here.
Yeah. I am not a witch.
Well, judgment's out on that. We'll come back to it later.
Yeah, we'll see if the other key items show up or not. I mean, yeah, Demas, the thing is, you find Demas here, you may or may not remember that you fought Demas because you've got to go through 2 other fights plus a cutscene, and then you got to remember that you did Demas. Will Soap remember that he defeated Demas?
I have forgotten it a number of times myself, so I can definitely feel that. CPU in the back attack spot. If you can throw something at it, go ahead. But overall, this is a very, very simple CPU spot. Just 2,500 experience. Sorry, 2,500 hit points. Edge should be able to deal with that fairly simply.
And let's see, not looting out the Famarge cave. Not going to be having those 2 extra sirens at this time. Art going up Hobbs, going to find the edge, and Jabron TR. Look what we said. Eblan not incentivized. Well, he decides to go, no, I'm going to go there.
There is, as you said, those adamant armors are possibilities in the loot that we're going to find here, and Jabron TR is a big proponent of trying to find those things, so we'll see if he gets lucky.
Got lucky on the bluster there, not actually triggering. It either will one-shot one person, paralyze, or do absolutely nothing. And it did absolutely nothing, so he's happy about that. Now you just have to worry about this Lamia, whether or not... okay. Probably the better target to charm.
Yeah, not enough levels on Yang at the moment, so punches will be very, very limited.
We've got still working on the CPU. Nothing to really dart and not back road the edge with any boomerang or anything like that. I missed what Jabron got from that.
And X-Scout. So Cecil's got a weapon if he's found.
And we're going the right side. I mean, we did find that Zeus Gauntlet. We do have Rune Ring, so the Mad Ogre's chest in here is relatively free. It'll take a little bit if we don't have a Mute Knife or Mute Arrows or Charm Claws, but we won't take any damage.
Yeah, we've 1,500 roughly hit points on each ogre. Edge should be able to deal that in a couple of hits, but yeah, it's still going to be a little bit slow going. But as you said, pretty safe against them.
Oh, let's see. Looking through inventory, Oh, yep, there's the Mute Knife. Okay, these Mad Ogres are going to go here pretty quick. Hard Gamer's starting his fight versus the CPU, and Soapbox going in, Young going in to the crystal changing room by himself.
Young's a difficult hero, but he doesn't need a whole lot to get through this. A few levels is really all he needs. It's only got 1,000 hit points, so And heck, you could just use the Stardust that you just found on it.
And Dart and the Drain Spear to get extra damage done on that big orb. So, got through that fight fairly quickly.
Those lip bolts are definitely coming in useful. They've been used against the Odin, and Soapbox Game was just about to use one against this Leviathan.
Yeah, Leviathan, I think getting the wave out before the lip bolt came out kind of hurt its damage. Like, using the Stardust that you got from here would actually probably do more damage than the lip bolt.
So Heart Game is just about to find that Stardust and the Leviathan. Really, the only big payoff at the moment up here is that demist. So we'll see if we get anything from there. Of course, doing this does allow Teller and Cecil to be powered up when they're found, so might come in handy later down the line, but right now just that demist is pertinent.
Yeah, just a Drain Spear from the Staleman skeleton chest. I missed what was at the format ogre chest as J-Brown went through it very, very quickly. Oh, vanilla Drain Spear. So what, 2 Drain Spears out there?
So now here comes the question. Do you remember the demist? Looks like Soapbox Game it does.
Yeah, alright. So will this give us, another path of progression, or will we have to go to like top of tower or dwarf with this party? That is the question.
That's yeah, that's an item.
That's a huge item. No incentive to go to Ordeals, and you get a darkness from demist.
That is big for Soapbox Gamer and for Heart Gamer. They definitely are gaming today.
Oh yeah, the two gamers are gaming it out. I mean, so you go up. What are you gonna hope from the moon? You're hoping for a Fu. You're hoping for a Cecil, a duplicate character.
Cecil would be nice, but we don't have a whole. Yeah, we've found an X-Scale in Eblan, but only J. Brun has got that.
It's like 2 X-Scale. So the Mad Ogres was also an X-Scale.
So yeah. So in Heart Gamers and Soapbox Gamers sides, I think a teller would be better, actually. Just a temporary teller, just to get some levels on everyone, and then swap out later.
Then you're going with you're looking at the D machine grind at that point.
Yeah,
and I think with the party that we have right now, with the 2 melee, the Eddie, I'm more of, if I'm going to do a D machine, it's mainly for mages. Like, we've got 1 mage, we had Palom, maybe, but this party really doesn't need as many levels as the mages do. Yes, we call Yang a punch mage because he needs levels to do more damage, but I digress. I'm not a huge fan of the D machine.
Yeah, I can understand why not, because also we do have the can't run flag, so it does slow down the finding of it a little bit. It really all depends on who this character is. If it's someone that can facilitate it, it's a possibility. But we'll just see now, and it is that teller. You can finish this seed fairly easily with the edge and all the equipment found and the pool room.
And that does put D money on the table, but I think some runners may, and I think some runners may not. Like we were probably going to see a split here on the whole team money.
Yeah. Soapbox Gamer is going down after finding that teller. We'll have to see where he chooses to go. J. Brun is following up Ordeals, and so is Nitzy. So everyone's going to be finding that darkness crystal.
Yeah, hard to ever finish up the overworld by going to the bull, and probably going to turn in Shiloh 1. There's an option. You go to the moon the first time you grab the character. Check K value. It's a boss. It's a key item. You find like the Baron guards, Kaipo guards, or even like King Queen Eblan there. You just need an hourglass, or you get through King Queen Eblan no problem, and maybe find a key item that can even give you a better progression.
There's me for ones in Dwarf Castle. I can see where Soapbox Gamer is going with this, though. You've just found a warp caster. Dwarf Castle with 2 key item checks. This is a very good reason to go and do this now.
Definitely. However, we do actually have Sealed Cave as an objective, so some runners may want to not want to do the warp glitch. Just go, well, I'm gonna have to go down there anyways for the fight, so let's just go that way.
But if you can avoid doing the sealed cave as one of the things, you would. But just like you would avoid the giant, but the giant is sort of a very good source of experience along the lines.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. But we'll see what runners decide to do. I mean, I would like to fade the giant, so the other thing you have to keep in mind is that anything that comes from the warp glitch will not lead towards the Luca Key. So if you find like Earth Crystal or Hook or something of that nature, it's not gonna go into progression into the Luca Key. And something you have to keep in your mind of, okay, whatever I get here is not going to lead me towards that Luca Key. That's an objective.
It'll be something that they can keep in their mind and move to another option. So there's another sparkle. So do we have the elusive Retreat Wyvern coming up?
Retreat Wyvern, Explode Wyvern, Fission Wyvern. There's 3 different abilities out there where it's just an instant game over. The worst thing about the Retreat Wyvern is you get no experience for the spot. You get nothing. Good day. Oh, hi, Wyvern!
Oh, we've got thunder. I was wondering what the sound was outside.
Thunder's fine. It's when you get the abilities like Charm or Hug or White that can just kind of, if it's a party-wide White cast, that hurts.
It does. Yeah. It's not as bad as some of the other ones, but White does hurt.
Storm, that's another one.
Oh yeah, Storm is one of the worst ones that you can get at this moment in time. I'm in the settings that we have.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, there are 3. I know there's at least 3 guaranteed abilities that are gated behind one of our other flags called Beyond Safe. I believe it's Big Bang, Meteo, and Zen gets Odin Slice.
Yeah, the Odin attack. So Wyvern down. Nitzy is through Ordeals, so everyone has got through Ordeals. J. Brun has just picked up their Darkness Crystal. Heart Gamer is going to the moon, and we've got a set of guards as Dwarf number 2 and Rosa.
Ooh. I mean, trade out the Eddie, fine. You got Rosa, and it's just the Kaipo guards. So that's going to be rather free. So there's, I think we've only got 2 other free bosses out there. We've only got the Baron guards and the King Queen out there right now. Oh, and Water Hag.
Yeah. And that's a life glitch soldier, so Rosa here is going to get something like 60,000 experience because of the top up.
Oh, and life glitch and some more is the guards. Kaipo guards, when they don't have their leadership, they don't know what to do. Who do we attack? I don't know. Are you the enemy? I don't know. Maybe I'm the enemy.
Well, they all look the same. They just think they're the real one.
And Hart looking like checking the moon shop here. Got hit by the inventory boss. Going to sell something. What are we gonna sell here? Sell the self.
Jay Brun is making use of those couple of sirens that were found and using the coffins that were bought. So very quick infusion of experience onto that poor edge, and Yang at this point is going to start doing some work.
Yeah, we get levels on Yang, and because his damage calculation is based on his level and his strength stats, so the more levels he gets, the better. And we're getting a spicy cave value check here on Heart's side. This could be new information for all of us here. Also, we're doing some looting in here too. Cave location.
Oh, the warp glitch or the Luca Cave will give you an objective in the Sand Ruby, and the Dwarf Castle itself item was the pink tail, so a possible adamant armor down the line.
Yeah, I just need to find that hook. Now it comes with the Luca Key. Ooh, that's either elements or ruby. That is not fun. That is not free. We are out of here.
Ruby isn't bad in that spot. It's actually fairly easy. So might have been worth the extra couple of seconds just to see who it was and then reset to out the front.
Problem with Ruby's gonna eventually, you can avoid taking the fire 2 counters with the party members we have. We've got punch, we've got dart, or even like the ninja cast from Edge. But Ruby will end up taking a turn to punch you or punch twice, and that spot has a high attack power, so we're going to be one-shotting a lot of our party members.
Soapbox Gamer making use of the Sand Ruby. Do you take the Rydia? Has Teller given done with everything? Seems that way.
I don't know. Like, I mean, you could slingshot the Rydia with the D-Machine grind. You do it, what, 6x6? I'm remembering my maths correctly. I know we don't normally do maths on stream, but you know.
Rydia, if you're not going to be doing a grind like that and relying on other things, Rydia is a lot better than Teller in this case, because we've got 2 white mages to cover that side of things. Rydia can cover the black magic and do a bit of damage with her summons as well. So I could see why that is taking place. We might see Rydia removed for, say, a Cecil later down the line, or definitely Fu.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Rydia's a lot of Rydia's usefulness. It comes from her summons, because she takes so long to get to Nuke. So it's Hamala. Dark light sword gun. Just
So Nitsy's through, coming into Dwarf Castle here with our Thunder Wyvern, and Heart Gamer is also in the same place. Jay Brun is heading back down after finding everything on the moon that they want to do, and Soapbox is
going tower. Yep, going to the tower.
With it between that and the Fame Arch down there, yeah, tower seems like the better option, actually.
Yeah, very much so. We know that it's either, we got to find progression somewhere. Where exactly? Who knows?
It could be any of those checks on the moon, though.
Yeah.
Since we do have the moon spots available to give key items in this particular flag set, everything left could be gated by that moon.
Oh yeah, seven key items up there, 2 at one location at the ribbon room. Oof. Yeah, Heart gets through the Wyvern there. And it's just a bit faster, but we're gonna get the Rosa here.
And Jabron is now going into that room. Did something happen that I missed?
Well, so Jabron defeated Demus and went and turned it in immediately. And then you find Tella on the moon. It doesn't have all the spells. May want warp for exactly doing dwarf.
Okay, that makes sense. And you find Taylor upstairs, and you realise you haven't done the full ordeals. Yeah, you come back down for it.
It's just one of those things of, I have no reason to fully clear this place. I found a key item right now. Let me go chase that right now before I forget. Okay, it's harder to do something like that when Demist is like at the second spot, because you just hop and skip to the next location to check for a key item, and more chance to forget. But Jay, I'm doing some trap chests here in good old Babel. Now we can steal our sirens since we haven't found them for sale. They're either on the hook route, or that's about it.
Yeah, the hook is the shopping cave Eblan in the hook route is the only place that can have the sirens now. It's quite a possibility because it does hold 2 of the higher options of items. So, but we still need the hook for that. I'm pretty sure Soapbox Gamer will not mind finding the hook, considering that pink tail and rat tail in the inventory.
Yeah, and then Heart just got the sand ruby warped to get that. Did Nitsy not warp? No warp for Nitsy, so
I don't. Nitsy hasn't gone up to the moon to find the teller yet.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't think it's too bad as long as the Luca Key is not buried.
Yeah, well, with it being a dead end key item there as the sand ruby, the Luca Key could be anywhere at this point. So we don't have to worry about the logic there. It's not like, oh, I've got the shortcut, so let me follow it. And we got that from Sealed Cave. And then goes into Baron Key. And you're like, okay, I'm going to keep chasing this key item I got. And it's never going to show up the Luca Key. Like anybody's done that before.
We've found our 3rd and 4th sparkles up the top of the tower. So one sparkle will not be attacking us today. But Ogopogo will be rearing its scaly head.
The Nope Noodle.
This is a low-key spot for Ogopogo. It can do a fair amount out with its waves anyway. And it's got just enough damage in its punches to be annoying.
Yeah, it's about 18,000 health up here to be able to chew through this noodle. And that just, do it's pretty good damage here. But it's definitely going to be a bit of a trick to get through. Because he does hurt. As Rosa took a good old 400 hit.
I don't think Rosa's really got a whole lot of equipment on her at the moment. I think Porum's got the majority of it.
Yeah, and then if you have some, mage gear, you have some magic resistant gear, you can possibly dodge the wave as Porum just dodged that big wave. Because this spot does not have that high of magic. We've got some dueling noob noodles here on one on soap and the other one soon to be on hearts.
Jabron is now warping for the Sand Ruby. So we'll soon have Objective 7 done.
Yeah, we're just going to find our last 4. Ooh, and Ogopogo deciding to snipe the Porum on heart side, going, no, you're not going to cast Berserk on that edge. No, not today.
And yeah, Soapbox didn't have that Rosa get through, but that is a Twin Harp. That is a required top of tower.
Right?
Which
yeah.
I'm not really surprised about out because Xenocat, our roller of this seed, likes to throw things in obscure places.
Yeah. But I think we definitely follow that Twin Harp at this point. I don't think we go do the Fey March. It's a Fey March for later. But then we follow the Twin Harp.
Yeah, we're going to do the Twin Harp. We then we weigh our options and see what is left and what we can do.
Right.
At that point, with both the Dwarf Castle done and the Topple Tower, Moon might be a little bit more forgiving to go through, and the two giant locations, if they're fairly easy, might be okay as well. Just for that, for the big experience gain.
Yeah, I mean 125 is the first spot. No, it's 100,000 the first spot, and it's 150 at the second, if I remember correctly. Unless, of course, it's a split boss, which hurts the experience. Golbez, Lugay, just all those bosses you don't want to see in elements, taking your precious experience away. But Hart got through the Ogopogo. Rosa got the experience. Okay, fine. Technically 102,500. Okay. Are you happy now, Xeno?
So Nitsy's throwing some crying Porum at these alerts and finding some sirens, because I haven't found them yet. As you pointed out, you can steal them here.
Yeah, I mean that's you do the cry, which changes some obscure stat that's associated to the $F, which is not ever used except it's a part of the calculation for Edge's steal command. So yeah, okay, $2F. I knew it was $something, but there's a curse ring for sale. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, no, cry effect in Steel. The only thing I can think of is that they see Porum crying, and it's like, okay, hey, stop, we'll give you an item. Here you go.
I think what it's actually supposed to be used for is it changes. It makes a temporary level change on the enemy because it's supposed to incite the enemy to run away. But since your enemies never run away, the temporary level difference between you and Edge is there, and so Edge is able to steal easier because your steal rate is based on your level. If you're higher level than your opponent, you're able to steal items faster. Look, the game was coded in the 90s. Like, duct tape, chewing gum were your best friends.
Yeah, we'll see how many Mitzi wants to pick up. I don't see many more than 10 being required, but we'll see how far they go. As for Soapbox Gamer, just about to get into the music, which means that Xenocat is going to be muting me soon.
Yeah, or me. I mean, we can definitely, decide to continue to talk as we're supposed to during music. I mean, okay, fine. We will be quiet here as we let DJ Spoony B play some harp.
I think we might be safe to talk.
Maybe for a little bit. We saw Azura there. So we had the mute knife, which made quick work of the Azura. Heart still got through it fairly quickly. And we get a North Crystal. Is this even randomized? Yay! We play everybody's favorite game of Rape That Treasury.
Which is treasury! Usually, and very much looking like it, bad out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, mute knife, but we could use that mute knife for the Azura fight.
Yeah, the treasury in this is really worth it because of the max tier 5 limit, but sometimes you want money. I don't think we really need it, but people want to know what's happening. But going up to the Tower of Zot at the moment is probably you follow this. Yes, you still aren't truly convinced about the moon or the giant and or Fey March. If you're not that, you follow this.
Yeah. Here comes a question. Do you check the first 2 chests for Flame Dog?
This spot, knowing that it's hurt me in the past to not do it, yeah.
I mean, it's just a quick boop, and then you don't go to the Trident area. Like, you check the first check, and then you check the vanilla location, and then that's it. Like, I think that's as much as you do.
If it's a literal one shot of the Flame Dog available, which with this team is, yeah, you just if you spring the trap, that's fine.
And we have Jabron going after the Twin Harp, and Nitsi going up the top of tower, going to be rewarded with their Twin Harp shortly. Ooh, Vigan out of the pool. Whew. That could have been bad.
Not a bad spot for him.
No, it's not. He's at least not at the element spot, so we're happy there. Or at least the runners are. Chat, not so much. Hart decided not to check the for the Flame Dog, just going, nope, I'm good, let's just go.
Wow, more music, sorry. Well, that Asura was short-lived.
Yeah, Mute Knife does tend to do that.
So it has a cane.
Mr. Pat on the average. We haven't found anything too amazing for a cane, Gungnir at best.
Yeah, we found some okay armor, but in place of the 2 white mages and
we found the guy.
Yeah, and Rydia, you really prefer the Cecil over Kane.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, Jabron's going to be happy when he goes up to this Zot. We'll see if runners who have not gone to Eblan yet go to Eblan to see if they can spike, some shiny equipment for that Cecil. I think we trade out the Tell at this point. I think Tell is goodbye.
Yeah, if you we've done the warp glitch, we don't need that again. The only thing Teller would be useful for at this point would be weak. Other than that, yeah, you take your 2 white mages, as you take 3 people who can hit hard with weapons or fists, and you run with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what's going to be here at the top of Zot here, and it is more vanilla.
Well, Xenocat is really dishing out the ice cream today.
Yeah, I mean, 3 scoops so far. Vanilla King, Vanilla Val, Vanilla Earth Crystal. What was going to happen next? We're going to find Vanilla Hook?
I'm going to hold back my comments on that for the moment and wait until we actually find it. This spot, though, Val has no physical evade, unfortunately. Where it should have physical evade, it just doesn't. So Edge just says, yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, sayonara, goodbye, get out of here. Oh, the next question is like, so for our runners who haven't done the Sand Ruby turn-in, they have the Sand Ruby, just haven't exactly turn in. When do you go and turn it in? Like, you didn't do it before you did Twin Heart because you don't want to be partially damaged for that fight to make it go faster. So I mean, when does it route in good is the question.
There's no real bad time, honestly. The only time that you wouldn't have it is wouldn't want to do it is if you're doing the package. If you've got the package in hand and you've actually picked up the character, but that's not going to happen this time. So really, any time to do for the Sand Ruby is good.
Art opted to ditch the Porum for the Cecil, keeping the Tella. I wonder if it's exactly for weak. Do some gold dragons on the moon.
Could be. It is a good option for experience later down the line.
You know, or maybe we find like the Kaipo, the Baron guards in the Giant. We can weaken there too. Tails already got all the spells. Like he's only missing Nuke, Light, Quake, and he's missing one other. I think it's just those 3 spells.
But one more helping of our music today, and then we can talk to however much content. So Nitsi is just about to pick up their Earth Crystal. Hard Game was going through what you thought our runners would do through Eblan now that Cecil was available.
Yeah, question is, do you clear all 3 or do you get that X-Gal and go, nope, I'm good? Has an X-Gal. Will he continue? Is the question.
There's only one upgrade, well, two upgrades that you can find in these. Do you want to or not? And honestly, Excalibur is good enough for me. It depends on if it's good enough for anyone else.
Yeah.
J-Brun is stepping.
Yep. J-Brun is doing something that with the E can't run flag being turned on, for those of you who know of the vanilla speed run of Final Fantasy IV, there was a step chart that's used in the Giant. However, that requires you to be able to run from encounters. Well, you really can't run from encounters in this flag set. However, a step chart that was designed by a few other people, Sinbu and Twisted Flax did a lot of work on it. The encounter table in Baron directly represents encounters within the Giant. So you can basically set it up to your next encounter being a D-Machine grind in the Giant, with taking as little experience as possible from the Baron encounters. So you don't really mess up a slingshot by low experience fights.
Yeah. J-Brun also deliberately dropped Cecil during the Val fight, so Cecil is going to be getting a lot of experience here. I don't think J-Brun is going to need to do more than 4 D-Machines here, because he's going to go and do the Giant afterwards. So I think this is just going to be a quick grabbing of experience and then finishing up the entirety of the Giant.
Yeah, so did the step chart and then decided to check the fight first. And it's a water hag. That is free.
That is very free.
Just hold it.
I think J-Brun has said, forget about the D-Machine. I mean, this is my grind. This is my big experience gained for Cecil, and this is fine.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of setting up. As somebody mentioned in the chat, like you set up the manipulation, and then you're checking elements. You're gonna lose your step manipulation because it only holds until your next reset. Because every single time you reset, the seed that generates the encounters gets changed.
I am against him not picking up Porum here before or finishing in the fight.
Well, it all depends what the second fight is. Like, you can probably get experience on Porum from the second fight and get a slingshot off of it.
But when you get Cecil up to level 35, Excalibur in hand, you're okay.
Hard getting the fell asleep on the Staleman. Young in the back row, taking half damage from not being back rowed at all. But we shall see what the second fight is going to be here at the Giant. Is it going to be nice? Is it going to be mean? Probably the nicer one if our runners still have, coffins or anything like that. Kaipo guards would be great. We don't have to worry about being sized on our Zeus Gauntlet wear.
While that's happening, and Soapbox Gamer is going through that Paladin fight. Dangerous, but with Blink, this isn't so bad. And this is another fairly free one. It's going to hit hard, but if Cecil can get through to the second kick, this fight is done.
Yep. Ouch, and the fight's over. Yeah, that is one free Giant. Unfortunately, Horm did not get the experience, but we still have to find second half of Forge, a Luca Key possibly, Golbez. There's still many more checks out there that have...
Yeah, I thought he was going to show up.
There's
your Porum or Teller replacement.
Yep.
You don't worry about our Porum having experience now.
And I think on Hart's side, if he does, he's going to the Feymarch first. I think he would replace Tella at that point. But we're going to see a Feymarch here from Hart. Yep, man, Tella gets replaced. Foo, better Tella.
Yeah, it's no real surprise. As Tella for Fu is a pretty common swap out. Paul may not have much going for her at the moment, but Tella becomes a burden a little bit more easily than Purim does as the levels go up.
The one thing that all the other mages have over Tella is their MP pool. Like Tella, Fu only has 190 MP unless you have Soma drop to give him the full 200. So that's his one limitation. But I think having access to all of the spells, a bigger MP pool than Tella in a general sense. Yeah, you've got Rosa on the team to take care of the white mage stuff, and you've got Fu to take care of your black mage necessities.
That giant, though, may have swung things in Jabron's favour. Soapbox has been on this Paladin fight for a fair time, but Jabron with the levels is going to get through this a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean this fight has quite a high attack. I mean, being able to get through, with the blinks, quite a high level of knowledge. Blink up your party, you're gonna take nothing for damage. That's also only swinging for 300. Here we go. Yeah, there's Paladin hit for 2,500. His heart goes, ow. May take on the Mylon instead. We know it's a Mylon variant. We don't know if it's Z or Dance Party. If it's Z, it's a Dance Party.
Still, pretty much food for this party. The ghosts, the Garths don't really do too much with their absorb or whichever one, and
Soap rewarded with an adamant from that Pale Down.
Okay, required fight.
Well, so it's either that or you find the Luca Key or Golbez. Like, there's still one we don't have to do at this point.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, that Luca Key could be absolutely anywhere. There's nothing really stopping it from being behind a chain on the moon, because we've still got a lot of key items that can be chained together.
Yeah, I mean, we still have the hook, the pan, the tower key, Baron key. You still have quite a bit of items that can chain. And I mean, if you get an admin armor, I think you come right back down here, and I think you take on that Paladin without an issue. So if we find the hook here from, Azura, I think we come right back down and, just finish out the Feymarch and never have to come back again.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Jabron is saying, I'm going to finish this out no matter what, because I've got no reason to be afraid of any fight here.
Yeah, with the levels you got from the Giant, the Cecil, there's not very much you can fear here. And there goes the Oh My Body on Jabron's side. We will see what key item we are rewarded with. Just a ninja hat.
That's not a key item.
No.
Jabron's saying, you know what? if I have problems with this fight, I don't care if I reset from that.
Yeah.
Changing over to the Thunderclaw to go up against this.
It was mainly the removal of the two cat claws.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, removes the extra 6 agility.
Yeah, that makes sure everyone's going as fast as possible, because Peldim is taking very few prisoners right now.
Yeah, as we see, you really got to get those blinks up, and with Yang being the anchor here, it's a little rough to do. I mean, if you had illusions, you might be able to get those up fast enough, but do you remember they're for sale? Do you go and pick those up and then do the fight? I think you just gotta go, you try it once and go, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go find my other objectives.
Using cover strats, so Cecil being blinked up, everyone else is in low health, so Cecil is going to automatically cover. Good way through this fight, because Peldim, and the only thing that it really does to hurt you is hit you.
Yeah, so if you have that dragon armor from the Baron and you stick that on Cecil, you at least have some dragon defense there to take less damage.
Heartgamer got through the Mylon and Friends fight, decided against doing the Peldim, and is back on the moon.
Yeah, the part decided, try the Peldim, saw that Edge took 2,400 in the front row, and went, no. I will come back later if necessary, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Levels at the moment and are a premium for everyone but J-Brun, so, and for Nitzy, because he's spent a little bit of time throwing eggs around.
We're trying to swap their rows. Have we back rowed our Cecil and Edge? I mean, I think Cecil came back road, but the Edge, I don't think we found a boomerang or full moon.
I'm pretty certain we haven't back road Edge in some cases. I think a boomerang was found by a couple of people, but not really everyone.
Yeah. So definitely have to take that into account. May realize the damage, like, that's a bit low of damage. Oh, not back road, and you got to really work around your party that you have.
Sebot's Gamer is done with the Fame Arch, going up to the moon, following closely behind Heart Gamer.
Yep. Sebot's going to Cave Value, which we know is either Elements or Ruby, and we've got Murasame also here, which is Mylon Z.
Yeah, that Excel Cecil is going to be fairly okay in this fight.
Yeah, we're going to see some big numbers from Cecil here.
Not the biggest numbers, but some big numbers.
Yeah.
Since the Excalibur only hits half of the weaknesses that Mylon has, while the Crystal Sword hits all of them.
Yeah, I mean, 4K is still 4K.
Absolutely. This fight is still done and dusted. It's just... Heck, Cecil, even Teller's getting in on the act.
Yeah, Tella doing almost 5k damage with a Fire 3. You don't see that too often from Tella.
J-Brun is forging, so we're going to get a claw for Yang.
Moonveil.
And there's our staple namesake of the day.
Yeah. And Well, that just made Paladin completely free. Use the Moonveil on Seth to let him cover. And
Tiger claws.
You know, not the claw you're looking for. You know, the claws you're looking for are like the Dragon Claw or God Hand. Because Tiger Claw just gives 10 agility and a little bit of strength, I think. All of Yang's claws don't actually have any attack power on them. For example, with the spoon, you'll see that it has 256 attack and 99 accuracy. Well, Yang's claws are 0 because, again, his damage calculation is based off level and strength stat.
I look over at Soapbox Gamers Elements fight and see, yeah, this is why you prefer Ruby in this spot than Elements. Elements takes no prisoners.
See, with Elements, you have Mile Long in the front, which you can mitigate against, like a wizard hat or white shirt or crystal armor, something that has the undead resistance to it. With Ruby, there really isn't any way that you can resist most of his physical attacks.
And he resists most of yours. Was that Excal or Holy Sword? He resists that. The only thing he's really weak against is the Ice Element and Mage Gear.
So Ruby's actually weak against Mage Gear in the Elements fight, not in his normal fight.
Yeah.
We got Heart here going after the Crystal Sword Altar here. It's kind of going full top down. They're going to top everybody off here with Cure Tooths. Mitzi got through the Paladin. And he was rewarded with the Adamant.
Taking on the other fight because you don't really want to leave this behind, and if you can help it. And Cecil has the most amazing weapon available, the Dwarf Axe.
Yeah, we have a coffin usage. We have coffin the guards, and they are going to be out of here. No life glitching, but you know this one doesn't have a heck of a lot of experience to worry about. So just wants to get to the fight as quickly as possible.
Crystal Sword Altar? No, it's got quite a bit of experience. 64,000.
Not as much as the Ribbon Room.
Yeah, not as much, but that spot's still fairly good.
And there's our dart.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already lost the Edward, so yes, Edge is going to have fun with that one. We'll see what's at the Masamune or Ribbon Room, because it might just be thrown at Z later.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bosses that are left in the pool. Like we've got Mom Bomb out there, Golbez. We've already seen Antlion, already seen Dolls. Keinazo. That's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, there are a few very good contenders for that spoon to be handed over to.
So we'll definitely see. And we also have the Elements fight somewhere as well.
Interesting item from the Cave Value, the Tower Key. That it's not something you really want to go down for, but it's something that's going to burn a hole in your pocket.
How about 4 scoops of vanilla? I just to make sure we might have the RA1 strats going on here. So if 2 members are zerked in our RA1, you don't have to do anything. They will clog the queue well enough to the counter just does not go past 0. I know Yang has the curse ring on right now, but I don't know.
I don't think Cecil is RA1. because Edge is getting 2 attacks to Cecil's 1. It might be enough damage though, because there goes Cecil. Yeah,
there goes Cecil.
There goes everyone else.
Yep.
So yeah, J1 and Soapbox Game up right on each other's heels.
Change in rows, realized, oh wait, that edge was not doing a heck of a lot of damage. Well, let me change my rows. Let me get my edge's damage up here a little bit better. And, you know, maybe knock out that Tella to life him up. Or let's just circ everybody.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between Jabron's. You can tell you're going to see the difference between Jabron's fights and Soapbox Gamer's fight here. Jabron with Edscale Cecil at high levels, while Soapbox is still only with a lightsaber, fairly low level. Yeah, I think Jabron is going to be quite a bit faster on this fight. Oh no, that was a X-Scale, I think. Was that a lightsaber? You know what? I've lost track of what they look like now.
I don't think so. Went and did Eblan. That's the only location that I know of. The X-Scales at this time. As a Fire Colossus is going to be able to get through, you know, hitting at least with one weakness as well. Hard having some minor issues here with Plague, but gets through it. Rosa missing out on the experience, but that's fine. We've got the next fight to get more experience with, and we're rewarded with Visitor's Gauntlet.
I'm not against that, but I'd feel a little bit disappointed that I have found one, because we're still looking for that Luca Key.
Yeah, I mean, still looking for Luca Key, and you know we're still got Golbez out there too. And like if Golbez is at the sealed cave, that can definitely make some things very, very spicy.
That pretty much means they're going to do almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of brings Nitsi back into contention if that is the case. Not being able to do the warp glitch at the time.
Yeah, because having the Luca Key does get you the sand ruby. There's that. But also you when do you really want to go back to the Fame Arch to go do Pale Dim? Is another question. Like, you've got Luca Key, what do you do? Do you do Pale Dim or do you do an objective? I think you do an objective if we're going to Fame Arch. So that's something there too to think about, like on hard side, that he left, you know, the Pale Dim down there at Leviathan alone.
Mumbum in the ribbon room is mean for Rosa, a few reasons.
Rosa cannot catch a break here right now. Mom Dom just going, no, you're not going to get any experience.
And when the experience does come, it's reduced because it's Mom Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Soapbox is chasing that tower key.
Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, if you're right at the top of the moon, and if you feel behind, you know, the long fight of Pale Dim, I can definitely see feeling behind and going, okay, I need to do something to catch up. Let me follow this tower key. Maybe I can catch up, because I feel so behind right now.
Jabron finds the dialogue of Dr. Luque at the Mazamune altar and says, no, I'll go somewhere else first.
Heart gets through the mom bomb. You see what we get here for. We get 2 checks here. We get the Pan and Baron Key. You okay?
Running low on checks on where that Luca Key could be, but that's 2 that are in very different locations.
Yeah, that's 4 key item checks right there.
Yeah.
Between those 2 key items. Because you got the Pan Bunk, you got the Pan Turn In, you got Baron, and then Baron Basement. We're all gated behind that. And if one of them gates the hook, there's another. That's the 5th, plus your adamant armor. So, I mean, it's still a pretty close race between the 2 different runs we have going, because we do have, Nitzy and Heart Gamer is one race, and then the other race is J-Run versus Soapbox. We have 2 different matchups here. So these are still quite, close races in a general aspect. With everything that's going on here. Looks like some Murasames were for sale in that the coal shop. We'll see what we get here from the actual forge. Because Porum's only got 2 different things that she can get. She can get the Nirvana staff and Sephram staff. One Tella can use, the other one Fu can use.
Well, it's all young with the Tiger Claws.
Yeah, Tiger Claws. Why did I think Porum was the hero? Wow.
Are you mixing it up with your last race?
No, I haven't raced this week, so I don't know. I think I was looking at Nitsy's and Porum was highlighted in the center, so I'm thinking, that's the hero.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
Just kind of zoned into one character.
Soapbox is chasing the hook though. J-Brun is also chasing the hook, so hasn't done the Ribbon Room, and is sort of hoping that this is something, but we know up there is the Pan and Baron Key, which is a lot of options. We'll see if this plays out.
Yeah, we got Hart halfway through Dr. Luque here, just got the second. Can at least get one Zerkov. Hopefully gets the second one, and then this fight's gonna be super quick. We just got a free fight here at the Tower Key. Cecil did not get the Bacchus off in time.
Ed should finish this out though, being Bacchused up.
Yeah, it would be in the back row on half damage.
Yeah, not quite as much.
No, but Hart did cast a heal on Cecil, so Cecil will be Bacchus swinging here shortly. So making his way down the tower. We're going to see what we get here from this Tower Key.
Who's the laser hitting? Well, of course it's that Rosa. Heart Gamer. His Rosa's is just not having fun.
No, it's Rosa's having a Monday. Very much.
Okay, so Botox, was this the right decision?
Ooh, the hook.
Possibly. It's an adamant arm at the very least. It's the rat tail check at the most.
Just a crystal shield. Question is, will Hart do Cave Value? Looked and saw it was, Ruby or Elements and left. You've got 4 key items with what you have.
It's
a tough choice. It really is.
You've got a lot of options down there, and the choice is chase the Baron Key, chase the Pan. Yeah. I don't blame this check.
No, to answer your question, chat, Target, we know where the Baron Key and Pan are. They're both at the Ribbon Room altar. It's a matter of where this Luca Key is. And looking like Harton gonna heal up here, get rid of everybody's favorite Song of the People, Poison Walk.
Okay, Ratel is just the package, and unless that's exactly Golbez, which it means that the panel, the Baron Key, it leads to the Luca Key.
Yeah. Oh man, this race is getting real. Oh, we have gonna pop some eggs here because Rosa was missing so much experience. We've got 10 key items, 2 sirens. Should be able to finish that thing up because we got the giant still left to do. If our runner decides to do the giant and not go back and do Pale Dim.
Yeah, Hard Gamer doesn't know that it's free, but once he gets up there, he's going to look at it and go, well, I didn't need to do those sirens.
Or I'm glad that those sirens just makes me have more levels for Z. Makes me feel more comfortable. Because more levels makes everything easier, right?
Sometimes. It is a young hero, and although he doesn't get the most agility in the world, gaining more along the lines is.
I mean, so we have the curse strength, so we can at least reduce his agility. I mean, if anything, I think at level 52, 53, if not 54, he has 28 agility exactly. So even if we do hit above that, we can still quite easily manipulate, bring it down by 15, add 9 to it with what we have. So there's still some a good amount of manipulation we can do with his agility.
Jabron has only one objective still to do between Golbez and the completing the sealed cave. Has the package, is checking this boss, because if this is Golbez, let's go.
Yeah. Nitsi decided not to do the Masamune altar, has the 2 key items from Rimmon, and decides to go back to Earth. We got a nice Masamune sword from the Sylph, so best in slot for Edge. We're happy about that.
Give him a little bit of a boost on agility to make sure he's staying that fast character. Plus the extra damage naturally from it is not too bad either.
Yeah. All right, Pan turn-in is our pass.
That's not too bad actually for Heart Gamer.
No, not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the hook doesn't lead. Oh, so the hook could lead into Golbez. We're going to find that out here shortly. It is not a package Golbez. So that hook literally just leads to your only adamant armor. At this point, Golbez is either at Baron or at Luca Key.
And we know that Baron does hold the Luca Key.
We're all forgetting about another spot. We still have the King Queen Eblan spot.
All right. Actually, have we had people check the Miscaven waterfall?
Yes, Miscaven waterfall has been checked. Yes.
Okay, I'm not. I wasn't just forgetting those.
Yeah. I believe. What was it? Antlion was at one of them. I think Antlion was at Miscave. And then I can't remember what was at Waterfall.
We know that D Luna's is at the Rubicante spot, but yeah, that King Queen Eblan is sort of hanging there. But if Golbez is there, he can stay there because we're going to find the Luca Key here.
Yeah. We have Hart going to Baron, which we got.
Jabron is going to check it though.
Jabron trying to outplay everybody. I'm gonna go King Queen. I'm gonna do something nobody else is gonna do. Let's go. Let's hope it pays out. And if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, how do you feel if it doesn't pan out?
That if this doesn't pan out and Jabron has gone through this, Soapbox and Jabron are going back to the moon at around about the same time to find the pan and the Luca Key, which means to me that if this race is anyone's guess again.
Yeah, I mean it's been anyone's guess. It's been back and forth. Like we think someone's in the lead, and then all of a sudden they go, nope, not anymore. So we're definitely gonna see here shortly. Looks like Nitsy's going to Baron right now. Fallen Heart Gamer.
Yeah, that's the. We deliberately have two races going on in the twin casts, and we are seeing a whole lot of great back and forth between both the two races as they're going on. More vanilla.
That's number 6.
Why not? And Jabron has reset out, so that wasn't Golbez.
So that leaves Golbez at Odin Spot or Luca Cave.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So what is the item going to be here? Is it going to be the Luca Key, or are we going down to the Odin throne for the Luca Key?
Oh. I mean, it's hard to say. Like Luca Key for Nitsy is great because Nitsy didn't have the warp glitch, but has the adamant over Heart. Heart doesn't have the adamant, but if finds the Luca Key and Golbez, brings them right back into this. It's still up in the air.
Yeah, it's anyone's race on both sides, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, Luca Key is at Baron Basement. Is Golbez there? Or is Golbez sitting at Luca Cave? Will this race get even more spicy? Because with that with the giant being completely free in Hearts, it's either you do, that the adamant's either it has to be either through the cave value or through that Pale Dam, or do you go your guaranteed? Got the giant. I do have him. I've watched this stream a few times. He does keep track of all the bosses he's seen, so knows that there's still free bosses out there. Still has the Water Hag out there. Still has King Queen. So the giant may actually look quite appetizing.
Yeah. There's our Golbez. So this is Golbez is holding the other side of the the other objective, which is exactly what we expected anyway. But which means Jabron Soapbox need to get through the ribbon room, be given the Baron Key, and follow that. But that pan is going to put a little wrench in that. Could they follow that first before heading into Baron?
Yeah, Heart needs to be able to get a Star Veil off because the magic here is going to hurt a lot. Cecil is alive. Hopefully we can get that Star Veil up. And then it's a mad dash down to Luca, and then do you finish on the giant or do you finish it? Okay, I went to Tella.
Yeah. So Box is in completely different location to where I thought he was. So this is J-Brun's advantage that we know of.
Yeah, we know of. Like, you know, J-Brun could. We didn't find anything like. No, it was. You had to do. Everything's either behind Ribbon Room. Because he'd already done Tower Key and already done the hook stuff. So, you know, you do Masa before Ribbon. It's the only difference, really.
Hmm.
And there's our Luca Key.
So, Heart's got a lot of options.
Yeah, two major options. Like, do I do the giant or do I do the Pale Dim? I know Pale Dim hurts a lot. I got a lot of experience at giant.
It might just depend on how he feels his levels are. If he feels his levels are good, Pale Dim is slightly quicker. But the freeness of the giant gives a lot of experience to shore up any worries.
That's the other thing is Heart doesn't know that Pale Dim has the Adamant. In Heart's mind, there's still Package, Hook, Tower Key, Adamant out there. Giant is guaranteed go mode.
Yeah.
As chat brings up. So I think Heart's gonna go directly to Giant, like, do your objectives. So I think it's just a matter of when does he do the giant? Does he do the giant before Luca or after Luca? You can do it before Luca. You still have a Warpcaster and Tella. Doesn't matter. Like, you've got Tella or Fu that you're gonna have. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, Nitsi, I think he's got a more natural progression to avoid the giant at this moment because of that missed warp glitch earlier.
Yeah. Question is, did Nitsi get a... Okay, Nitsi did get a veil off on that edge, so this is a free fight now. Just a matter if that star veil lasts long enough. It should. But with agility being the way it is, you know, it may fall off sooner than later. And it is a very fast giant because it's just 3 hits, and then as long as Cecil gets a swing after the second kick is queued, so after the third punch, that's a free fight. And that's going to be 500,000 experience on everybody. You have 10 key items at this point.
So there's Luca Key for Nitsi.
J-Ron got through the ribbon room and is immediately heading back to Earth. But I think you do your freebies first. I think if you've got the option between Pan and Baron, I think you do Pan first. It's free.
Yeah.
But J-Ron going, nope, I'm doing Baron.
Yeah. But if you think about it, J-Brun, at this point, the Pan only does have 2 items, while the Baron and location has 2 bosses that he doesn't know about and 2 key items that he doesn't know about.
Yep. Yeah, he knows that Golbez is either going to be behind Baron or behind Luca.
Yeah.
Because he's checked everything else.
There's a lot more possibilities here, and he only needs 1 of them. If he finds Golbez, he's done. And so this is a more tantalizing check than just the key item options of the Pan.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, guess Nitsi doing the Luca Key right now. Gonna go to get the Sand Ruby, and then has to get to this Dark Elf, which shouldn't be too hard. It's gonna be a close race. I mean, we never take the final boss, Zeromus, for granted because anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything.
Nitsy's unfortunate missing of the warp glitch has, I feel, proven strangely correct.
Well, I think also getting through the Pale Dim also did has made a bit of a difference there as well. Like having that adamant does, change things quite a bit.
Yeah, and that was due to him actually throwing the sirens around, getting through getting those levels on before going into that fight. So Nitsy's way getting through this has worked out very well. Heart has been phenomenal as well. You can't take it away. They have got through this very well. Some of these fights have not been academic, but almost there.
Yeah, we're getting to the end here, and it's a really close race. All right, it's just getting out of here now. Now it's okay. Do I go to my go mode? And you do. It's fine. You've got a couple minute lead, but is going for the Pale Dim. Has a Moonveil, so completely free. You have Moonveil, Bacchus, and fight's over.
Yeah.
Okay then.
This is the quicker option, and at this point, I feel, and it sort of, to me, it says that Heart Gamer feels that his levels are good enough. The giant is not really needed for that.
I'm trying to think what other bosses are still out. I mean, you have Water Hag, you've got what other nasty bosses would be out in the pool still that would kind of diverge against doing that? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Jabron has found Golbez.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to clean up Earth before, I mean, if you're really wanting to fade the giant, if you're not a big fan of doing the giant, you just want to fade it, I'm not a big fan of the giant myself. So I mean, definitely have to ask about that in the interview of the choice of to do, the Fame March. Is it just a cleanup, knowing that you've got, Tower Key, Hook, which, respectively, those are pretty quick checks to do. You bank it on, Pale Dim having one of those plus your adamant. I mean, even if it's something, you look at Pale Dim. Okay, you'll look at that. You've got Pale Dim or value for your key items. Now that could either gate the one that you need or a chain to it. You've got the Rat Tail from Hook that could turn into you have the Tower Key. All are very, very quick checks.
Yeah, there's a lot of options available, and I can see why going to this for key items' sake as well. We don't know what's going through Heart Gamer's head at the moment, and we're not meant to. That's why we've got a lot of sort of guesses is going on. Only Heart Gamer knows what they're wanting to do, and this is what he's showing us.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be getting pretty close to putting a blink on that Rosa. Well, Gear 4 works. It's an instant cast, a little bit longer of an animation, but I mean, Nancy's still got to go turn in that Sand Ruby, whereas Heart's just going to be able to go right up to the pass door, and this is a super close race.
Not quite, because Heart does have to forge.
Oh, right, yeah. This is a...
So...
This is a super close race. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is.
It is.
Oof.
And as you said, Zeromus is not simple. No. We and Young's agility at this point, I feel, is getting a little bit finicky. Edge is going to be always quicker. Cecil is going to be similar. Everyone else is going to be a little bit lower. We do have the curse ring, sure, but I still think it's going to be a little bit finicky in its application. We'll see how Nitsy and Heartgamer take it, because Nitsy's on their way. Heartgamer's going to be right behind.
Mm-hmm. With, similar, identical teams. I think Nitsy has the Porum, where Heart has Tella. And I don't think it's going to make
Japelin's handed in the pan, because he knows that this has to be the path.
Yeah. You've cleared everything else.
Back up to the moon.
Yeah. I mean, when you've cleared everything else, like, you might as well just go, yeah, I know where the path is, so I'm just going to grab it now.
So we're going to have 3 people into Z at pretty much the same time.
4, because Soapbox is doing the same thing right now.
Yeah, Soapbox hasn't been to Baron yet, unfortunately.
No, so we'll have to come back down. So, but we'll still have the pass.
Yeah, he'll still have the pass, so he won't be too far behind.
Oh no! Landing just before you warp up above ground. Oh no! The nerves on these runners, maybe just their hands are shaking right now of nobody's finished yet.
If you think about it, we're an hour 50 minutes in, no one's finished, and you've done pretty much everything. You know this has to be close.
Right.
You could have the first finish it at any time. You don't know which of these runners is going to actually press that enter button first.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, Mart's done his inventory management, Nitsy's done his inventory management, and they're moving up tier 4. Oh, anyways, the final boss, Zeromus. Poydrick, take it away.
Can't be moved. Big bad. Can be any shape whatsoever. That shape is brought to you by whatever is sponsoring us. I don't know what is today, but it's just about to change its shape. Whatever is said and stuff and blah.
Who's but does it have a hat? Is it cute? I think we're sponsored by the ice cream vanilla today. And we're gonna have a 3-way Z fight, and it's rhythmless. Can our runners get into the rhythm of this Z fight?
Well, we'll find out.
As far as I know, I think both runners have a cursed ring on their Yang right now.
But Yang is still doing something like 2,000 damage because it's Yang.
Oh, in the back row, he's doing less than that on Heart's side, so that it might be a difference.
Yeah, no, Hearts is going to be doing a little bit less, but I think Nitsy's Cecil is a lot less, a lot worse geared than Heartgamer's, so that's sort of a counterpoint.
Yeah, I mean, that Cecil may only have a light sword versus the X-Cal that Heart has. That might be a whew. Yeah. We'll see. This is going to be a close one.
Yeah, and there's always J Brun on the bottom side of the a races that is right in the middle of this as well. So whoever gets the first place out of all of these four runners, I don't want to put any guess at.
Right? Like it's bragging rights whoever gets first. But I mean, so just to reiterate, the races that matter, it's hard to get between Nitsy, whoever's first place there, that race matters, and then it's J Brown and Soapbox is the other one. Overall doesn't actually take into account.
Yeah, but when you get to see the dynamics between both races like this, it's wonderful.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Young's only doing like 300, so it's got the curse string on. Oh boy, I haven't been counting damage on anybody's race because there's so much going on. It's so hype.
Yeah. And Nitsy has had a black hole. Also, Berserks are needing to come out again. Heart Gamer hasn't had one.
I think Zerked up the Young, so has an extra person in the queue early on. Nitsy had tried to Zerk somebody that was already Zerked, so may have had a bit of a mismenu there on the Zerking. So
I believe J Bron threw the spoon at Zeromus today, so before berserking up Edge, so gained a little bit of an extra bit of oomph there.
Oh god, this is a nail biter. The shakes.
Shake.
Right?
It's rhythm. Shake it all.
Right? Where's the snap crackle boom gonna come in this particular race? There's the big bang. I think there's the second
There's the
one.
big bang. There's the big bang, and
I think this is the second big bang. So there goes Tella, and Rosa goes down too. But Heart right back up to be able to life that Rosa.
Yeah, well, Nitsy's Rosa did stay alive, and there's
Rock.
There's rocks on Hard Gamer's side. J Brun and Z fight is over, so there we go for that particular race.
No, oh no!
There's more Medio on Hard Gamer's side.
Oh no!
Only Young is currently alive.
Well, no!
And that is because it's going. That is Young down. So advantage Nitsy.
That Cecil only has a dwarf axe right now.
Yeah, I think he's only had that since he came into the party because that's the best thing that Nitsy has found for the Cecil.
Oh, so I mean,
it's all behind that edge, but his levels, his hit point totals are good. I think Nitsy has got this as long as nothing untoward happens.
Nitsy gets a wombo combo, that could happen. I mean, you're only doing 6k a round, maybe max, less. So a little bit longer of a Z fight. There's a chance that a Heart could catch up. That hurts so much to be at Medio and.
Yeah. And Rosa's HP total is not exactly the most endearing because there goes Rosa.
Yeah, there goes Rosa on Nitsy's side. There goes
There's
the
a Meteor.
combo.
So, Yarn, can you bring this home?
Cecil dodge. Oh, will Nitsy get an extra couple turns here?
Here comes another Meteor, I think. Oh.
Young is still...
Cure free on Young. May just us bring it home.
We'll see, because if Young's not able to get a swing high enough, a second Meteor could take that Young out. Will this punch do it?
Still,
yes.
Yeah, there he goes. So,
oh my.
close on Nitsy's side. Zeromus was not taking prisoners today.
No, not at all. Just so close. I mean, if Young didn't get that second swing or didn't hit high enough, it swings back over into Heart's Eye, like just back and forth. We did have our first place winner, Jabron versus Soapbox.
Yeah, and you can't forget that Cure 3 just helped Young over. If that wasn't there, that fight was over on Zeromus' favor.
Yeah, and so not having the Cecil being Zerg probably made the difference there. Just so disheartening. But we'll see if we can get some of our runners in here for an interview. I do not know the status on that, but looks like Soapbox just got his crystal, and we're joined by Nitsy. GG, Nitsy.
Sorry about that. I accidentally popped into the other reach stream. I can't count.
Going into the wrong room is not exactly the best idea. They have no idea what you've just done, and that is win.
Yes. No, I didn't. I was confused. I was like, "Where's my peeps?" And I was like, "Oh, that explains it. I'm in the wrong stream room." That was oh my goodness.
Is your heart still racing after that Z fight?
The second it was done, I was like, I have to just step away for a minute because holy moly, just catching the tail end of that, and MVP Young, MVP Crystal Armor, Dwarf Axe Cecil. That's why the Zerk didn't go off on him, and that's why you saw me sitting there for a few seconds. And then I remembered, I was like, okay, it's time to scramble. Let's not reset because, you know, it's coming up to 2 hours, and I must have taken a wrong turn. The second I saw the Sand Ruby, I was like, yeah, I'm probably behind, and I expected the dot done at any second. But yeah, that was a race.
Yeah, it was a really close race. Like, definitely watching it back, like, at the end there, both you and Hart were neck and neck. Like, it was a 3-way Z fight.
Yeah, GG to Hart. She got RNG'd there. She should have won, and somehow my Cecil dodged. I got Young to Cure 3, or sorry, I got Edge back up to Cure 3 Young, and I was just like, RNG, take the wheel. Because it's got to be close. So, yeah. GG to everyone. Thanks to Zeno for rolling this amazing seed that had me going 5 million ways at once, courtesy of the Magnet Key.
I've got really nothing to say. Hey, it was well run on everyone's part. No, you missing out on that warp glitch might actually have helped you win that hat, because it took you away, since the Luca Key was right there with Golbez, as it sort of guided you in that direction anyway. So that's my theory on how you got back into that very as you did. So congratulations, and good luck for the next few, I suppose.
Thank you so much. Shoutouts to, again, Xenocat. Without them behind the scenes, it's just me and Heart Gamer just racing for funsies, so I appreciate that. You and Tybalt, thank you so much for the commentary. I can't wait to watch this one completely back. And to Decker and Darth, thank you so much for clicking all the buttons. Sure, it was a super fun time for everyone, and thanks for everybody in chat for being here. You make this all possible and amazing, and I appreciate it so much.
All right, well, we had Heart Gamer finish not too long after Mitzi during our interview there.
All right, I'm gonna just quickly pop out. Good luck, everyone. Have a good night.
You too.
So yeah, as you said, Hard Gamer did complete their Z fight on the second attempt. Made a couple of adjustments, got through it very easy. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out the first time, which would have made it even closer race than what it was.
Just so heartbreaking to see. Like, man, the heck of a race there at the end, like back and forth, very well run on all of our runners. So up here doing a little bit of a hybrid reflecting Zerk strat here. You know, whites and nukes from Rosa and Fu.
Well, when you know that everything else is over, have some fun with your Z fight. You've got all the levels you want. You've got a Fu, you've got a Rosa that's able to do things. Yeah.
Man, I mean, as we mentioned, the sea went all over the place. We saw many different routes. You know, it did eventually at the end just culminate all together there at the end through that Baron Key, which you don't really see that often.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm a little out of breath about how quickly this race sort of accelerated at the end and into, I think it's that's called manic mode rather than go mode, because it literally everything happened at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah, we knew what the where the things were through our eliminate us being able to see the process of elimination, but actually having it play out on the runner's side is sort of like, okay, hey, that's it. It was very slow going at the start, but once everything came to a head, it was like, yeah, let's jump in and finish it.
Yeah, just boom, 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 one right after another. That's Soap's finishing up the Z fight here. Just definitely make sure to go follow our runners, you know, Nitzy, Heart Gamer, and Jbrun TR, and Soapbox as well. You know, we couldn't put this, you know, production on without our runners. And then of course our behind the scenes team, you know, Dekar Smash and Darth Pagel doing the tracking, and Zoocat doing the restreaming. I mean, they rolled one heck of a seed for us tonight. Jbrun is showing us something. I am curious.
Our record of champions. All the champions we've had in our tournaments previously.
Yeah, and it tells you
the Hall of Fame, basically.
Yeah, it tells you who's the champion of which tournament and who won it. And Soap has finished their Z fight. And
very well deserved.
You can check this at the end of any seed once you see the solar system. Just like you can go back and check the Twin Harp to hear the music, even if you didn't do the Twin Harp.
So there is Soapbox Gamer. That Luca Key and Goldbears at the end sort of eluded you, didn't it? I believe we can't hear you at the moment, if you are talking.
Some technical issue with Soap here. they have their mic muted, or Discord may have done a Windows update and changed the input device. Who knows? There's a few tournaments that are, as Xenocat has mentioned, there's a few tournaments that are not in the Hall of Fame as of just yet. I was looking at the last one was of 2021 of how it 4-way to the Zero Zone. So it does not have Red Moon, Blue Moon.
Hello?
Simple Game.
Welcome.
Hello.
Apparently my push to talk button kind of broke, so hey, how's it going?
Was that broken because of not being able to find what you wanted, or just because it didn't want to work today?
It's more I forgot that it was set and then tried to hit it and decided I'm not working either, and away we went.
Makes sense. So, the Luca Key and Gold Bears just sort of eluded you today, didn't they?
Yeah, it's... For lack of better terms, this tournament has been very brutal.
How, in what way do you feel?
It's more, it decided this tournament was going to be, I'm going to expose every flaw you have on every given seed where you're going to improve immediately, which part of me has been very okay with the last few weeks, but at the same time doesn't help score-wise. And that's kind of where it's been a little challenging, but, you know, it's not for anything where I've actually, you know, I haven't felt extremely, you know, upset or anything. It's just one of those things where it's, you know, these seeds are just looking at me and saying, we're going to challenge you on everything immediately now. And that's how it's been this entire tournament. So I'm grateful for the sheer amount of growth it's been over the last 5 weeks, because it's been exponential. It just unfortunately hasn't translated into wins.
Just going off the beaten path a little bit just feels that you're behind.
I've actually felt behind in every single race. There's always one mistake that puts me immediately behind, and I'm just trying to make things up, and I'm just trying to do the best I can, unfortunately, when that mistake happens. On top of that, I never expected, having a double gated objective didn't really help. My previous race had 4 objectives gated by a darkness crystal I couldn't find. It's been challenges that have been unique and just been in terms of this flag set. It's the worst possible case, and it just occurs.
Yeah, I can feel that, because I'm sort of in the same boat. In my races, it's like I've made one little detour and literally come minutes behind my opponent because of that one detour.
That's it. Honestly, that is. You could probably put my thoughts in a nutshell in that sentence. It's been one of those things where I'm happy that it's one mistake that cost me a race, but now we have to live through a mistake or two costing me a race.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to just focus on the fact it's like, hey, you're good enough where all of a sudden you're racing with people and these kind of things occur, but it's fighting that confidence where all of a sudden, you know, you're looking at a tournament, you're 0-4, you want to contribute, and that's where that frustration ends up lying.
And you know you're going to be going up against someone of a similar skill because of the nature of the tournament, so you're going to feel... I personally feel it'll... like I've got a hill to climb. I'm to get that win, and I'm going to do my best, but there's still that challenge there.
Well, and the fun part about it is the way you practice. All of a sudden, a lot of things get very sharp, very quick because you understand there's only so many mistakes you can make when you're racing, regardless of what tier it is. Because to me, tier doesn't matter as much as the team you're racing and what you're doing at that given week, because strategy wise you're not sure. So you just look at the matchup you have, and it's just, all right, how many mistakes can you make? And the number's low, but now it's that point where two of them kind of cost you where you're at, and you kind of have to adjust to it. And my practice, I feel